Picture this, it's 525 BC, and the Persian Empire is at the height of its glory. From the mountains of India to the blue waters of the Mediterranean, the name of King Cambyses II is spoken with awe and fear. In the jewel-bright capital of Susa, marble palaces gleam in the sunlight. Courtiers in silks from distant lands bow low as the king passes, golden bracelets ringing softly at their wrists. The air is thick with incense and the scent of pomegranate wine, but Cambyses' gaze is fixed far beyond these palace walls, on a prize deep in the Sahara, the temple city of Ammon, a place of wealth, prophecy, and whispers of divine secrets. 50,000 men are called to his banner, veteran warriors, archers with carved ivory bows, camel-mounted scouts draped in scarlet cloth. They march with confidence, songs of victory echoing through the streets as families line the roads to wave them off. Their mission: cross the desert, take the city, bring its priests to their knees. No one could know that this army was not marching toward conquest, but toward oblivion. Imagine an ocean of gold stretching in every direction. The first days are almost beautiful. By day, the sun rises over the dunes, turning them to rivers of fire. Lines of soldiers move in perfect formation, their bronze shields flashing like mirrors. The rhythmic groan of leather straps, the creak of wagon wheels, and the steady thump of boots in sand create a hypnotic march song. By night, the desert becomes a painting of stars. Around crackling campfires, men swap stories of home. Merchants sell figs and dates for a sip of spiced wine. The smell of roasted goat drifts across the camp, laughter rising into the cool air. They pass oasis towns, small bursts of green where children run barefoot and elders greet the Persians with water drawn from deep wells. Camels drink until their sides swell, soldiers refill their jars, and spirits rise. The desert seems vast, yes, but not threatening, not yet. Days later, the green fades. The horizon becomes a blur of shimmering heat. The air grows so dry, it feels like it's stealing the breath from their lungs. Water jars feel lighter each morning. Rations, flatbread, dates, and dried meat are eaten more slowly. The ground beneath their sandals begins to burn in the midday heat. The wind shifts, carrying fine grains of sand that sting the skin. A few soldiers murmur to each other about turning back, but the commanders wave them forward. They are Persia's finest. What's a little heat to men like these? The wind grows stronger. One evening, as the sun sinks red over the dunes, a strange stillness settles. Even the camels grow restless, stamping and grumbling. By morning, the wind is gone, replaced by an oppressive silence. There is no birdsong, no movement, only endless sand. And then the horizon shifts. A low wall of gold and black begins to form far away, climbing higher and higher. The wall becomes a living thing, a sandstorm the size of a mountain. It moves with terrifying speed. Within moments, daylight vanishes. The world is swallowed in gold darkness. Sand whips against bare skin like knives. Soldiers pull cloths over their faces, but the grit finds every gap. Men shout orders, but the wind steals their words. Horses rear, camels collapse to their knees, wagons topple like toys. Some men vanish from sight entirely, swallowed by the shifting dunes. Hours or minutes pass. Time has no meaning in the storm. When at last the winds die, the desert is smooth and silent. No broken tents, no scattered weapons, no footprints. It is as if 50,000 men simply never existed. In Susa, Cambyses waits. Weeks pass with no messenger. The temple of Ammon remains untouched, its priests safe behind their walls. The king's council grows uneasy. Whispers spread. The gods have taken revenge. The desert itself rose to protect its secrets. Some say Cambyses sent a second force to find them, and that they too were swallowed. For over 2,000 years, the story becomes a legend. Nomads speak of hearing phantom drums under a full moon. Travelers claim to see ghostly columns of men marching across the dunes before fading like smoke. And sometimes, the desert shifts just enough to reveal a hint of what lies beneath. A bronze helmet dulled by centuries, an ivory bow cracked and dry, a single sand-polished coin stamped with the mark of a forgotten king. The lost army of Cambyses is not just a mystery. It is a warning carved into the silence of the Sahara. Even the greatest empires can fall, not by the sword, but by the earth itself. Gold, power, armies, all can vanish in a single breath of nature. Some believe the army still lies intact beneath the dunes, preserved as if frozen in time, waiting for the day the desert releases them. Until then, they march forever into a horizon no one will ever reach. 50,000 men gone without a trace, a mystery the desert refuses to give up. But this isn't the only time an entire force was wiped from the earth in moments. If you thought the Sahara could swallow an army, wait until you hear about the volcano that froze a city for 2,000 years.